Hey guys, I've came back with some builds, especially a one-shot axe build. You're going to need a lot of stuff for it, so just get ready. And I'm going to be doing a cunning chain blade, and I'm going to be doing scorching agnes as well. So let's start off with the axe first. We're going to be using Sovereign's Wrath. What it does is after not dealing damage for 4 seconds, your next one attack deals 50+% damage. This, as it says, is one attack. This is really good for your axe throw, which leads us to +3 sharpen so. You can use a +2 if your thing is too high, but I'd prefer the 3. Energized, what this will do is this will increase weapon meter gain, right? So on axe, it does take some time to actually build your meter, especially all the way up to level 4. Grim's Onslaught. What this will do is you'll hurl the axe forward and dealing up to 800 damage, further increased by determination, which I will get into very soon. To enemies in its path, gaining 15 meter when hitting a behemoth. Catch the axe to gain another 30 meter. If you don't catch it, you won't get anything at all when you pick it up. Overcharged Cylinder. So you could actually get this from the trial store. Like I said, most of the stuff that comes from mods and stuff is probably from the trial store. What this does is it doesn't make the axe actually stack up to 3 times. It actually gains one more stack. So you'll be getting, what, 75% damage more if you get it all the way up. The Valiant Axe Core it's a good starter, but it's a good starter, but that's unless if you want to get AoE damage. Now let's move on to the Lightning Helmet. This grants us +3 energized, which, like I said, it gives us more weapon charge rate. We have +3 Berserker on this. I've explained it before. Reduces max health, dealing damage, increases stacks, damage dealt for a short period of time. Lights Virtue, which is +3 cunning, and +3 conduit. We need conduit because, like the hammer, the axe is very slow. Not super slow, but it does have to, you do have to wait just a little bit for it to actually do your attacks. Malkarian's Grasp. You can get this from crafting it from Malkarian. We have +2 Predator on it, and +3 Cunning on it. This will be really good because you actually need this for something I'm about to show you within a second. Shroud of Thorns. We have +3 Catalyst on this because with this one-shot axe build, it's going to be really vital to be using these 3: Pylon, Tonic, and Granny's Heartbreaker. The Granny's Heartbreaker, I would want to get it right now. It's only a limited time access, so get it while you can. And we're going to be using, like always, Jurassic's Eye. The instant deals 30 increased damage % for 6 seconds, and the hold fires a lightning bolt in a straight line that deals 150 shock damage. More energized, and real quick, I'll go over the build. Now, later on in the future, I am going to be doing another build that actually has discipline on it. So don't worry, that will be coming in the future as well. Energize, Cunning, Predator, Sharpen, Berserker, Catalyst, Conduit. Let's go over I'll go over the builds all in one and then do them one by one. This is the Cunning Chain Blades build. This is probably my most favorite build for Chain Blades. Not as much as Iceborne though. But we're going to be using the Night Terrors, and we're going to have +3 Predator and +3 Sharpened. We have Reaper's Dance, which is a special you start off with, and this time we're going to be using Serrated Blades, not Momentum Blades. This is going to be the exact same thing as like the Inferno's Fangs. Go check that out on my other video that I did. It's a really great build, and I feel like y'all should be using it, especially if you're a Chain Blade user. But what Serrated Blades do is that bladed attacks have a chance to cause your next swinging blades to be critical strike. You can actually get this, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can probably get this from the Trial Store or probably Leveling Up or thing. I forgot which one. We're going to be using Stalker's Trap, which on chance, after dealing damage, generates shadow orbs that deal 1.75% damage for 5 seconds. The max is 5 orbs. And it has +2 Wild Frenzy, which is actually really good because you need more attack speed if you're really going to get that damage out really fast. We're going to be using the Skull Forge because you know I hate whenever my stamina goes down really fast. What this does is, the more damage you do, it grants you basically a stamina shield that will go all the way up to max 50. We're going to be using +3 Iceborne on this, which increases defense at low HP. At later hits, grants lifesteal. Next is Shadow, which is +2 Cunning. This is going to be really vital, considering that this is the Cunning Chainblade build. And we're going to be using +3 Predator on this. Increases damage after avoiding damage for a short period of time. We're going to be using Boreal Might, which is +2 Rage. This is really good if you have very low HP. I was going to be using Discipline on this, but I really don't have it right now, so you're going to have to wait for that. We're going to be using +3 Overpower. Increases damage against staggered behemoths. This is going to be really good, especially if you're staggering behemoths really fast and a whole bunch, because you'll be able to get more damage out. We're going to be using Thrax's Gillet, which is +2 Cunning again, and +2 Cunning again. It grants a chance to critical strike, increases damage dealt. We're going to be using Pangar's Shine this time. What this does is that it's not the instant that you need to worry about, it's the hold. This is the reason why I said you need more attack speed, because it creates a frost pillar in front of you that deals 960 frost damage to any nearby enemies for 12 over seconds. This is really good because you can actually stack this. The more you stack, the more damage you're dealing, which is really good, especially if you want to keep building your hold lantern. +3 Catalyst increases effectiveness of tonics. At later ranks, increases duration as well. And the consumables, we're going to be using the Blitz Tonic, Stamina Tonic, and the Frenzy Tonic. We'll go over this. We're going to be using Cunning, Predator, Catalyst, Iceborne, Overpower, Sharpened, and +2 Rage, and Wild Frenzy. You could use your Sharpened all the way up, but like I said, we're going to be using Cunning, so that's basically how that works. Now, for the next one, whew, man, we're going to be using Scorching Agnes. Now, whenever I was doing this build, I was using Ember's blades normally by itself, and I didn't think it through. So I used the Scorching Agnes, which you can get from Tergataro's Escalation. we're going to be using the bond for the Ember Blades. And what this does is that the ninth hit in the row does plus 175 damage. Especially part. Like the Inferno's Fangs, it does the exact same thing, but lower damage, and you can basically get your part damage out more faster. We're going to be using Serrated Blades, which is pretty much like the last one. Reaper's Dance, you get that by default. We're going to be using Skullforge again, with +3 Iceborne. We're going to be using Light's Virtue, +2 Zeal. This is going to be really good because we're going to be using Drask's Eye instead of the Pangar's Grace. Because what this does is you deal 30% increased damage for 6 seconds. The hold ability doesn't really do all that much, but it's really good for the instant. That's the reason why we're going to be using +2 Zeal. Draskale Gauntlets, which is +3 Sharpen, with +2 Zeal. We're going to be using Stride of Thorns, which is +3 Predator and +2 Conduit. Like the Cunning Chain Blades, you're going to need a whole bunch of attack speed to get your hold lantern out a whole bunch. On Drask's Eye, we're going to be using Catalyst, which increases the effectiveness of tonics. You really don't need this. You could use Zeal, to be honest, but I always like using Catalyst, especially when you have Blitz Tonic, Frenzy Tonic, and Stamina Tonic. So we're going to be using Cunning, Sharpen, Zeal, Catalyst, Iceborne, +3 Predator, 2 Conduit, and 2 Invasive Fury. You could get your Zeal up. That's the reason why I said you didn't have to get Catalyst for this. You could use Zeal, to be honest. Zeal is kind of common, so you'll probably get it. We're going to be now showing you how these builds actually work. So for the axe, this is the one-shot axe build, which is really good for escalations that have Valiant Impact. This will include Shock Escalation and Terra Escalation. Now, whenever you're first playing Escalation, you need talent points. And whenever you finally go into the Escalation with max talent points, and you don't get Valiant Impact, you might be wondering how you get it. So Valiant Impact only unlocks from you actually putting in a right combination of talent points into your escalation. I will go ahead and let you look at it for yourself. Just look at it. This is the combination to get it. By the way, for the Critical Thunder all the way down here, you don't need it, to be honest with you. You really don't. You could put it into something else, like Pact of Swiftness, Torrent Shield. Looks like you're getting... My breath is going out, sorry. But you really don't need Critical Thunder, but you kind of do if you're using especially Grim Onslaught. So that's pretty much it for Terra Escalation. Shock Escalation is the exact same thing. I'll let you look at it. You really don't need to put 3 of these in here. What's kind of sad is that it doesn't have, especially for Trigataro, it doesn't have Trigataro's Endurance, which is really good for especially Blaze Escalation, which I will be doing in the future, so get ready for that. But that's pretty much it for the combination. Let's actually go into an escalation and show you. I would actually do Terra Escalation first, because it's really good to do it solo, because it just makes the behemoths really more easier. And for the potions, we're actually going to be using a Pylon, Inspiring, Frenzy, and Granny's Heartbreaker. Get the Granny's Heartbreaker. Get it now. Don't wait. So like I said, I'm going to be doing this private. And like I said in my last stream, I really encourage y'all to actually play escalations private. It's really more fun to do. It really is, because you can kill the behemoths like more faster, more quicker. It's really easy to kill behemoths. Alright, well, let's get this on with. I'm probably going to be quiet for the most of the time. I hate whenever he does that. He teleports. I forgot to explain crossover combos. I'll be showing you what that is. So crossover combos is a primary mixed with a secondary. Okay. And violent impact, forgot to explain this, but in this escalation, it actually, if you put in the right combination, it actually appears as a common for your amps. He's doing this twice. Alright, that's all I wanted to do. I feel like Ember can be so annoying sometimes. There we go. Okay. Finally done with that. That should have been faster. Yeah, that's pretty much the idea. Especially, that's pretty much the idea for one shot. Especially for the escalation of Behemoth. Sadly, I didn't get Violent Impact. If I don't get it, it's fine. I'll probably be dealing up to like, what, 20,000 damage by default, so it's alright. I always like his Fallout animation for that. Koshai's probably gonna ruin my career. Every 2 single seconds, probably. I wonder, okay, no he didn't. Few little stomp. The perfect time to put down your thorns. Honestly, I really don't like Axe. I really don't. But this build just has something to it. Especially for escalation, it's like really satisfying if you get a hit. Okay, he's dead. Time for the worst of them. I feel like Koshai just, especially the Shadow Touch version of Koshai, I feel like he needs to be fixed. In the Umbral, he really needs to be fixed. I don't know, like whenever he goes into his interrupt phase, it's really wonky. He'll go underground and then he'll be on like the other side of the map. Go for his tail next. Surprised that it got off that fast. Not really too worried about my stamina. Oh, you actually... Okay. Where are we going with this, huh? See, that's the thing. You can actually, especially with the one-shot build, you can actually do it with Pangar's Grace. I feel like Pangar's Grace is just more satisfying to get a... Because Pangar Grace acts like Valiant Impact. It acts like it. Alright. This isn't gonna be one-shot, but... I guess I might as well hit him, at least. Eh. 16,000, that's alright. I'm saying that's alright, and you got people that are struggling to even make this build work. I'm sorry. I say it's not that much damage because I used to get like somewhere around 60,000 damage before. It's not really that too much. I want to get more meter in, especially yeah, that's permanent, so that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like Pangar's Grace doesn't really get that much attention. I might be doing a video on that, to be honest. It really doesn't get that much attention, which I really wish it does. I hate whenever that happens. The game lets me dodge, but then the game's like, I don't know what you're doing. Okay, if that got me right there, I'd have been salty. I'm dodging these attacks left and right, dang. Let's see if I can get his horns. That's pretty good, yeah. As long as I get a hit him. You do your little... Not once has he done his interrupt yet. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, he was kind of fast with that, huh? I thought I timed that wrong. Ooh. I'm getting really lucky with these dodges now. Alright, died. This is at least 16,000 damage, probably. Rallying Impact, please. I beg of you to give me this, so I can show my viewers. Yes, 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 yes. You have chosen death, which is the greatest thing to choose. This is probably going to be the most funnest thing to do. Sadly, it's the second to the last phase, but that's fine. I could still make this work. Alright. If I had Locus of Power, this had been like a whole bunch better. I'm just trying to get my axe meter right now, that's all I'm doing. I am praying that I get this dang critical strike whenever I throw my axe. I really wish they didn't do that. Okay. It's time. It's time. Let's see if we can do it. Please crit. Please crit. Please crit. Trog's here. It's perfect. Ah, man. It's really annoying whenever it doesn't do it. It's like, oh, now you want to crit? Come on, get that meter up, please. Get that meter up, get that meter up. Come on, get it up. Alright, there we go. Alright. Man, it just... It's real sad. You need a little... Kinda thought so. The aim's good, but it's really RNG based, if I'm being honest. Really. It's really RNG based. That's all this build is just Okay, now I'm just kind of waiting. I don't care for too much for my thing. I just want this to critical. Nah. Game usually says no. Kind of saving for Argyros. Can I get that tail? Still died though. I would throw my axe at him and wait. Ooh, okay. Don't worry, we still have a chance. I still have one inspiring pylon and one heartbreaker left. I did get just the lantern tap of the thing, so this should work. I just gotta hit him a few times. And if you're wondering why he's raising his arms up, it's because I glitched him out with the chain blade build that I did a long time ago. Okay. Please crit. I'm praying that it crits, man. It did crit, but it didn't hit the part damage, which is really sad. See if I can get back into the pylon and hit him. I doubt it. If I can get my tap before my thing runs out, this is... Ah, man. This game cheats me, man. I dodged. I know I did 100%. Okay. Don't care too much for the poison. That's the part I haven't. Man, this game cheats me. This game really does. You're gonna do your little thing, right? Man, it's alright. It took him some time to do that. I got the Valiant Impact to work earlier when I wasn't streaming, especially on YouTube. I got it to work earlier, but then of course, why would it work now? It's like, really, if you do get it, it's the most satisfying thing you will ever get in a game. Not the most satisfying thing, but it's like, it's up there with the satisfaction. Still didn't get it. Man. This game's perfect. Well, he died to that. Man, I really wish I could show you what it would look like. I mean, there's some other videos that show you how it looks. All you need to know is there's a whole bunch of numbers. I'll tell you that. There's a whole bunch of numbers involved. Okay, we're probably gonna be doing... I'm on a short leash right now, so I might... Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, I know how to get discipline, but I don't want to waste my steel marks, though. I really don't. Because I want to save up for Avenging Overdrive, because I'm going to do a build on that. I just literally need to wait a few hours to get it. I mean, I feel like discipline would be, like, really good. It's just... I just don't want to spend my stuff on it. Okay, yeah, like I said, I'm on a short leash, so I'm going to go overview with the Scorching Agonies with a, not an escalation, but I'm going to be doing it with a, let's do it on, let's do it on Winterhorn, might as well. I did do a build on the Inferno's Fangs. This is kind of like the other version of it, but it's just Ember's blades with the Scorching Agonies. Because whenever I was using, like I said before, like whenever I was using Ember's blades solo, I couldn't keep up with like the thing like the Inferno's Fang does. But this should be fun. I can't wait for the Frost escalation for the new roadmap. Dude, that's gonna be a whole bunch of fun. I also want to know, like, what the behemoth would look like, especially for Frost. That'll be interesting. I guess he's probably over there. Oh, no, he's over here. This should be kinda quick. Don't worry, whenever I start, by means if I stagger him, I'll be able to show you the true power of this build once I don't get hit. Please hit it. Okay. Get that wannabe version of a snow globe out of here. Ooh, I get that perfect. I didn't get that perfect. Oh, you flying away, huh? Just to make this a little bit more lengthier. This video more longer. I don't really care about the YouTube algorithm, especially watch time. I just want to show the build, not having you to fly off. Okay. I would like to know your opinions on the build. It's not as good as the cunning build, though. The cunning builds, it's up there with the Iceborne builds. It's not the best, but especially when you're going against Blaze Behemoths, but it gets the job done, especially if you're trying to break Behemoths parts. What did I say I was going to use? Oh yeah, that's right, cunning. This is my second favorite build. Alright, I don't know if we're going to be able to get a, we'll do shock escalation. I don't know if I'll be able to get an escalation in, but I hope I will.
My favorite Slayer. Don't tell the others.
If I don't, I'll show you the builds really quick, and then I'll end the stream and post this to YouTube. Especially if I mean, I'll probably be able to complete it within 10 minutes. Probably. If I don't get Scorched Stone Helion. As long as I don't get him, then we're good. Scorched Stone Helion has to be my most worst behemoth ever. He's my least favorite behemoth. If you want to know my two favorite behemoths, it has to be Quillshot and Skarn. Especially for Skarn, I really like the die. I think it was the Unbreakable die. Firebrand Charge. Ooh, my third favorite behemoth. So what this build is mixed up with a whole bunch of cunning. With it's mixed up with a whole bunch of cunning. That's all you need to know. It's really good for killing a behemoth really quick. We've launched into the sky. This build's really good if you're looking to kill that one behemoth that is just really plain out annoying. Please die. Please die. No! He's done it again. That's alright. So that's what's bad, especially for shock escalation. It's really not good, especially for Valiant Impact. It takes too long to get it. You love whenever the behemoth flies like literally 6 miles whenever you stagger it. His tail's already broken. This is the perks of playing solo escalation. He's dead. Alright, that was Skarn. Okay, I might be able to actually get a escalation in. Depending on how many, depending on what behemoths I get. Ooh, cool shot. This would be fun. Sorry. My controller. Hello, battery. I should still be able to play. He should enrage like right here. I'll be surprised if he doesn't enrage. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted to do, game. I don't know, this build isn't really OP. It's just a build to use if you like chain blades, especially if you like cunning. This is just a good build to use if you like both of those. Especially if you want to get numbers. Where do you think you're going? That was Quill. Violent Impact? No. Alright, this is last round before we go to Macarian. Should we kill Shroud? I'm surprised that did not break your horn. Yeah, uh-huh. But does he actually use that attack? I've never seen him use that attack. Oh, you're so lucky I didn't get that off. Getting those frost pillars up. Getting those frost pillars, man. I had a nice flow of frost pillars, dude. Yeah, that's the thing with the Unseen Crown, is it's really cool looking, to be honest. But it's just, yeah, you're right, it's really hard to get it. Like, I don't know what they did with it, but like some people I get paired with, especially when I'm trying to get it, whenever that time came, it's just, whenever I paired with people, it just, I feel like half the people just didn't know what they were doing. No offense, but like, it's, you should know that it does something different than just you play it. I'm surprised that arm isn't broken yet. There you go. And is this build good for trials? Yes, it is. If you ever use this build for trials, it's really good to use it, especially against behemoths like Koshad, which is the behemoth that is out right now. Yeah, too bad you can't get the Unseen Crown. I hope like next year for the Halloween event, I hope they do it again, so you're able to get it. Okay, I was hoping to dash. Alright, next is his tail. Not too really worried about. Okay, can I get the tail? Okay, this is what I hate about his tail half the time. Is that you can't reach it. And I know back then, like a long time ago, people used to have like a lot of problems getting his tail. Can I get the interrupt? Yes, I can. Alright. Yeah, you gotta do it with like your friends to actually get it. I did it one time with randoms, and boy oh boy was that fun. The browsers were lit. They kept setting them off. It was just, it was a wrecking yard. I smacked him out of the air. And he's about to die. Come on, die. Please. Let's make this a lot faster. There you go. Alright. I don't know if I'm saying that your name right, but Aaron, or sorry if I'm murdering your name completely. But I don't know if you've known what a rider build is called. Rider builds are whenever a behemoth lets you vent them and you're able to stay on the behemoth for the duration of the time being. As long as you don't get knocked off. I don't know if you know what that is. So just watch. Just watch. If he lets me do it. Dude, mounting is just so weird. Place the ice up there, and then get his tail. Oh, you try to get me, huh? You try to get me. Ah. But I know your tricks. You may be out to get me. And you should die. You're level 49 on like escalation or just normal level. I'm assuming you mean just level 49. Anyway, it is about that time. So anyway, bye. I'm joking. But for real though, I'm gonna have to end this stream. Very close ended. And I could show y'all another build. Aaron, you gotta go? Alright. I will see you probably tomorrow or the day after, depending on how I want to upload. But, I hope you guys enjoyed. Especially you two. This has been fun so far. But I'm gonna have to end the stream right there. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be going over the builds, and then I'm cutting it right there. So once again, Sovereign Draft. I'll let you look at it. You know, the Lightning Helm, which you can get from, I think, Stormclaw. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's Virtue, get from Rezikiri. Icarian's Grasp, like it in its name, you can get it from Icarian. Stride of Thorns, you get that from Koshai. Drask Lantern, you get from Drask, and there's the stuff I use for that. And then I'll let y'all look at this. Night Terrors, you can get from Thrax. Skullforge, which is an exotic, which I really don't explain that much, but you actually get it as an RNG thing, which is a random generated number. I'll see if I can find your ID later. This Thrax's Shadow, which is Thrax. Oral Might, which you can get from Boreas. And Thrax's Gilly, which you can get from Thrax. Our Shine, which you can get from Pangar. Just the tonics. Get Scorching Agonies. Sharpened. Skullforge. And then it's basically just the same thing. Real quick, if you're willing to stay Aaron, I will actually show you how to get catalyst cells if you don't know how to.
Yes.
I'm going to say it anyway, but I didn't explain this in my last stream, but the way you get catalyst cells is pretty easy. You want to have, obviously, a catalyst cell, which I think I do have, yeah, right here. So you need 2 catalyst cells, and you put them in both of the slots, and you fuse them. Now you've got to make sure you have 2. So if you have 1, it starts at 1, which is basically a singular. It's basically level 1, and you level it up to level 2, which is, it will level it up to a level 2 catalyst cell. If you have a level 2 catalyst cell with 2 of them, you can get it to make a +3 catalyst cell. That's basically how you do it. I heard you can get it other ways, but I feel like that's the most viable. Anyway, but if y'all guys enjoyed, make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, and tell me how y'all like this build. Especially the cunning chain blades. I had to put a whole bunch of thought into this. Not really, because the cunning. But, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to be doing some more streams after this. Especially on some of the other builds that I'm going to be doing. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll guys see y'all probably tomorrow. Probably right after. I don't know. You're probably just going to have to see. That's pretty much it for this. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'm going to sign out. See y'all guys.